Greetings, everyone. My name is Quan Tran, and I teach in the Ethnicity, Race, and Migration program at Yale. First, I'd like to thank Dean Yi and the AACC for inviting me to congratulate the Asian and Asian American members of the class of 2020. It is quite an honor and a privilege. Since the pandemic has forced us to find alternative ways to celebrate and reflect on this important milestone, I appreciate the chance to virtually share some of my thoughts with you. Dear class of 2020, I'm speaking to you from my home in Glastonbury, a Connecticut suburb about an hour away from New Haven by car. 15 years ago, I didn't even know Glastonbury existed. But as it turns out, I've spent the last decade and a half here, the longest time that I've ever stayed put in one place. Those of you who know me may recall that I was born and raised in Vietnam until I was almost 13. Then I unexpectedly spent the next 13 years of my life in Southern California as a daughter of political refugees before moving to Connecticut, also unexpectedly. Now, had my life unfolded the way that I had imagined it as a child, I would still be in Vietnam, perhaps working as an ice cream vendor on the streets of Ho Chi Minh City, fulfilling one of my childhood dreams of having infinite access to free ice cream. Instead, here I am, blessed with the privilege of dispensing not ice cream, but knowledge and skills to some of the most brilliant, talented, thoughtful, and accomplished students in the world. I invoke these biographical tidbits to underscore life's unpredictability. This pandemic has tangibly reminded us of that very fact. As we confront this global crisis as individuals and societies, we find ourselves mourning those whom we've lost, feeling disappointed about canceled plans, as well as fearing the repercussions that have emerged. It is these experiences of loss, grief, and uncertainties that make this year's graduation especially somber and bittersweet. At the same time, dear class of 2020, as you process these difficult emotions and realities, it is imperative not to let them overshadow the feelings of joy, pride, and accomplishment that you have earned through your hard work, dedication, and perseverance. In this spirit, I implore each of you to reflect on what you have gained during your journey at Yale and in your time in New Haven. To celebrate the relationships and communities that you have forged and sustained, and to remember the lessons that you have learned both inside and outside of the classrooms. You may choose to jot down these thoughts in a journal or share with a friend or a family member or a mentor. Whatever the form, I hope that your introspection on these moments of growth will spark joyous memories. You all came to Yale from different walks of life, from nearby towns and from faraway countries. Upon your arrivals, as bright-eyed first years, you brought with you unique experiences and inspiring stories from your home places. As you settle into your residential college lives, you shouldered not only your dreams and aspirations, but also those of your loved ones. Throughout your time on campus, your presence and active engagements have enriched and transformed different corners of this university for the better. You excelled in your classes and extracurricular activities. You embraced diverse opportunities to improve and learn about yourselves. You witnessed and partook in some of the defining historical moments at Yale and in our society at large. Through them all, you have accumulated invaluable insights, skills, and connections. You will leave Yale stronger, wiser, and more sophisticated in your thinking, your actions, and your views of the world. As you embark on your next chapter and make your mark in this ever-evolving world, allow me to share with you 3 key principles that have helped me orient myself in my everyday life and whenever the wind of change carried me to a new place. I suspect that these principles are not foreign to you, and I hope that they too will guide you in your future endeavors and circumstances. The first principle is humility. To practice humility means to acknowledge the limitations of your knowledge and the smallness of your presence in this world. The writer H. Jackson Brown Jr. once wrote, quote, Every person that you meet knows some things you don't. Learn from them, end quote. Embracing this simple but profound observation will ensure that your mind remains open and curious, and an open and curious mind stimulates growth. The second principle is compassion. Compassion towards others and towards yourself. To adopt compassion as a guiding principle in life is to practice care, kindness, empathy, and love wholeheartedly. It is to be forgiving, but not indifferent toward the flaws of our societies, our individual imperfections, and to have the courage to ameliorate our individual and collective shortcomings. Always remember how the compassion of others have sustained you through challenging times. Someday, you will be able to pay it forward. The last principle I want to share with you is responsibility. As we advance through life, each milestone that we achieve often comes with new responsibilities. You have had the opportunity to attend this remarkable university and have benefited from its resources and the labor of many. I hope that you will embrace these responsibilities that come with the knowledge and skills that you have gained at Yale for the greater good. Our world needs you, your insights, your fresh perspectives, your talents, and your commitments to social change and humanity. You know that you do not bear these responsibilities alone, but you will join the ranks of those who have gone before you, and you will be role models for those who come after you. I hope the principles that I have called forth, humility, compassion, and responsibility, resonate with you. I challenge you to make a positive difference in whichever field and career you pursue as you keep these principles in mind. While you may not be able to predict how your life will turn out, you can rest assured that your undergraduate education, along with your life experiences thus far, will stay with you and will serve as important foundations for your future. As you look toward the future, don't forget those who have made these past 4 years and the years preceding them possible for you. Your parents, grandparents, siblings, and significant others have paved the way for you and accompanied you on this journey. Your friends, teachers, mentors, supervisors, therapists, social workers, and university faculty and staff have also contributed to your growth. All deserve special recognitions and gratitude, and all are rejoicing in your achievements. Once you leave Yale, I know that you will continue learning and working hard. You will use your skills and talents, your ideas and ingenuity, your dedication and persistence to enrich and transform this world. I am so excited about your future trajectories. Many of you have been exceptional and memorable students in my classes. I treasure the opportunities to work with you and to learn from you. I will miss you very much, so do keep in touch. To conclude, I want to thank you for spending some of your most formative years at Yale. You are truly inspirational. I send you my warmest congratulations, and I wish you the very best in the few years ahead. Take good care.